Hi, so Cubasis 3.6.5 has just been released, and while the version number suggests that it's just a bug fix release, Steinberg decided to add some features which have been requested by many users for quite some time, along with general improvements and resolving problems, of course. And having just tried them for the last couple of days, I have to say that there are some really nice workflow improvements when you're a Cubasis user or thinking about becoming one. So let's go! Now, Steinberg did provide me with a beta version of this new release so I could check it out before release day, but they have not seen this video before publishing it, and whatever I'm saying over here, it's my opinion, the video is not sponsored. Now, I have done some previous videos about Cubasis, which I all put in a playlist which I'll link at the end of this video. One of them is, for example, me trying out Cubasis for the very first time, and the other one is about checking out a major release before this one, to which they added a lot of new interesting stuff. So by all means check out those videos if you have not done so already. But let's now see what's new in this release. Yeah, so this is Cubasis version 3.6.5, which was just released. And these are the main new features which I'm going to go into in a minute. But there are many other nice improvements for the arrange window, for example, for instruments and effects, for editors, a lot of miscellaneous items, as well as some specific improvements for the Android platform. So let's dive into Cubasis to try the main new features. And by the way, I'm showing Cubasis on an iPad this time. In my last two videos, I used an iPhone. So if you want to see how it handles on an iPhone, check out those videos as well. Now I'm starting with an empty project over here, as you can see. And to demonstrate some of the new features, let's actually add a drum groove to this project. So I open the Media Hub. Let's go to Audio, Drum Loops. And let's choose something which is at my project tempo, which is 110 beats a minute. Maybe this final groove, let's have a listen. Yeah, let's do that one. So I'm dragging it onto my project view here. As you can see, it created a stereo track and the drum loop is now filling 2 bars exactly. However, I would like this to fill 8 bars, and that's exactly one of the new features, because I can now grab this little handle on the right side of the event here and just pull it. And as you can see, the event is copied as part of this. Let's also move the locator to the right here. And I now have 4 separate events with this drum loop. Now the next new feature is that I can easily glue these together. For example, I can select them with the select tool over here. And then there is this glue tool that I can use to easily merge them together. And now I have 1 audio event instead of 4 separate ones. Now another nice feature, if I wanted to make this, for example, a bit more lo-fi, I can easily convert this to a mono track. You can do that by going to the audio editor, so double tap the event. We're in the audio editor now, and at the very bottom over here on the right, you can see that it is a stereo event in this case. But if I push that, you can see that it offers me the possibility to convert this to mono. So let's say OK, and there you go. The audio has now become mono. Just listen. A very quick way to convert from stereo to mono. Now another new feature is that I can easily search in instruments, effects and presets. For example, imagine that I wanted to add an insert effect here. Let's tap here to add an insert effect. And let's say that I want an internal effect. And you can see that I can now search over here. For example, I may want a reverb, and I can now select the reverb and adjust it to taste. Now I just showed it for an insert effect, but it's, for example, also possible if you want to add an instrument track, a MIDI track, then we can choose over here. Let's get rid of the reverb. And let's say I want a preset from the Neo FM instrument, and I can type bass over here and it will find me a lot of nice bass presets. Maybe I want some FM bass, and you can then see all presets starting with FM. So a real improvement if you want to search for a certain effect or a preset. Now before I go on and show you some more new features in Cubasis 3.6.5, if you like this video or find it useful at all, please give it a big thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm so that it gets shown to more people. You can also subscribe to the channel and ring the little bell icon so you get notified when I publish another video. And for even more support, consider using the super thanks button below the video, or use any of the affiliate links in the description if you want to buy anything at one of these stores. I will get a small commission without any additional cost to you. But let's get back to Cubasis. Because one more new feature can be found in the level meter. If I open the mixer view Then you can see the level meters right next to the fader. And there are a couple of new options for this level meter. If you go to Setup, User Interface, you can see over here the mixer level meters. Right now the hold peaks are off. You can also set them to hold 1 second, or you can even set them to hold until touched. Let's have a look at what that does. So you can see that the peak level is held now in the meter until I actually touch the meter, after which it goes down again. Now there are also some new features in the Mixdown. If I go to Media, then over here to Mixdown, Create Mixdown. There are 2 new features here for Mixdown format, because previously you had WAV, FLAC and M4A, but right now you also have AIFF export and MP3 export, which allows you to export directly to those compressed formats. Another new feature in this Mixdown section is that you can also do mono down mixes now, instead of just a regular stereo down mix. Now those are the main new features of this release, apart from all the other small things, improvements and fixes that I showed you in the beginning. If you want to read through them, check out the release notes of Cubasis 3.6.5. I'll provide a link to the Steinberg website in the description. Now this was a bit of a shorter video on this new release, but if you want to see more of my videos on Cubasis, you can check out this playlist. Have a look, enjoy, and see you soon.